My name's Siming, and I'm the owner of Nikoneko Zakaya and Loaf on Paper. So I started in Etsy in 2015 when I first arrived in New York. After spent several years working in my own apartment, and so I decided to expand the business and to have a little more deeper connection in person with my customers. So that's why we started the first store in East Village, Nikoneko Zakaya. And from there, we actually did ship all the online orders from there and had all my inventories there. And it was everything, everything was new to me. So there was a lot to learn back then. And yeah, that was a pretty, I would say, difficult in the beginning. I think I really love the cozy vibe, which reminds me of all these little stations, little shops in Japan, which I miss the most. And I think that's what draws me to the area, yes. So I moved to Japan when I was 18. At first, I lived in Kagoshima, which is a very small town. Not very small, but like a small town compared to Tokyo. So I started there, learning Japanese, adapting the culture and the language, and started my pretty much first part-time job, getting a lot of experience. And then I moved to Osaka, and I stayed there for about a year and a half. And then after there, I moved to Tokyo and start going to fashion design school there for about a year and a half. And I worked in retail store and also worked in high fashion designer store there as customer service. I work in there's a cute Zaka store in Tokyo for a short time period, but I think that was very memorable and peaceful to me through my whole career of working in Japan. Yeah. Definitely, I think the most part that impacted me was the background, how I lived in Japan for 10 years when I at a young age. So I think that impacted me deeply of my maybe lifestyle, my beliefs. When I came to the US, I think that turned into a vision that I probably myself didn't really realize until I started to build a store, build a business, and picking inventories, and that has all influenced by the culture and what I have learned in Japan. First thing I would be looking at if the style, the art style, the aesthetic were matching, the store vibe. And of course the quality of the products and how it's been made. And if there is an interesting or meaningful backstory attached to the brand, that would be a bonus. Yeah. I mean, I've been doing this for so long, for a decade, so when I look at it first, I can just tell if this is for us or not. It's something I want to display it in my house as standard. Yeah, if I see something, if this is something I want to buy, I have to have that kind of thought when I first see this product. Right now, again, we have so many products. Sorry, I just need to take a. I personally have a couple decorated in my house. It's the Sally Washman's art prints. The little cat over there on the cat eating chips. I think her style is, I feel very close to. Yeah. Very cozy, but also not just like cutesy, but also have a little bit character and personality into it. Something has some uniqueness to the art. Yeah. Well, I mean, Japan is a huge cat lover country, so that is come as self-explanatory, you know.
Sure.
And same as here in the U.S., there's so many cat lovers out there. Than I imagine, actually. Were current popular items, I would say, I think traveler's notebooks is something we've been carrying for a very long time, and I think that's something has played a very impactful role in the journal community because it's fun. You can fully customize your journal system, and also that conveyed a Japanese culture, which is very attention to detail, right, to the rest of the world. Yeah. So that actually when we first started, there was not that many, little pieces like what we have right now. That is being accumulated through the years, all from the vendors, artists, and customers that send us, just like all the warm notes and thank you notes. It's a nice reminder for us to be grateful of what we have accomplished today. Also, the support from our community and customers. I would think Nikoneko as a little a part of me, and low foam paper is also a side of me. It's a different perspective. This space is, since we have a larger space, now I feel like I had a more room to expand who I am and my vision is. So this is more, I would see it as the elevation of Nikoneko from the original store. I do all the recipes, menus, promotions, rails. Definitely something I would usually try at home and see if that's something I can drink a couple days in a row. If I like it, and of course I think that's like okay for me to bring to my customers.
For sure.
Yeah. Someday I feel like on the sweeter side I will go with the coconut matcha cloud, which is a coconut water-based drink, have vanilla matcha cold foam on top, and it's very refreshing, clean, not too milky. So yeah, that's something that I would normally go for. Mm-hmm. For the future, my goal is for 2026, my goal is to create more workshops, events, pop-ups. The market we did last year around Christmas season was called the Relove Market. It's basically a second-hand stationery market that we get donations from our customers. And they would drop off tons of stations they don't use anymore and have a customer come in and they would shop with a very reasonable price. And then we donated all the the revenue to animal shelter in Brooklyn. Yes, it's about over $2,000. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did twice actually last year. Mm-hmm.
That's so fun.
Yeah. I would first look for of course, the design and the quality. I think these two are very important factors for me when it comes to purchase anything, even for not just for here and work, but also for my house as well. I also use Yamazaki, dish rack. We use organizer at my own house, even before you guys reach out to me. So I think I was really attracted to the design that's minimal, clean, and functional. It definitely plays an important role for when it comes to display products. The display is super important in any retail store, and I believe it's an art. If you can do a beautiful display and that works for the customer, and that would definitely boost your revenue, yeah, and sales. Yeah, I actually really, I mean, as I mentioned, I really like the dish rack. Yeah, I think it's. I was actually looking for something simple, minimal, and just not, but also have a clean look. That's why I purchased. I think 2 years ago. It still works pretty fine, totally fine in my house. Yeah, we've been using them, the dish rack and the organizer. We've been using them in the cafe. Yeah, they've definitely been super helpful. Zaka, I mean, from my definition is, I think it's really all the little things in life, regardless categories, you know, like it could be stationery, it could be lifestyle goods, it could be fashion, to anything that can elevate your daily lives, to make you a little bit happy in the morning, something to look forward to when you come home. It's all the little things, but I think that will really spark some of inspirations in your day. Yeah. It feels like you can easily start anywhere when you come to Zaka, because it's just a limited kind of possibility of category. It's not like if you journal, you have to get a notebook and everything. But for Zaka, I feel like anything that that speaks to you and you feel right about it, and I think that's what it matters.